Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. I'm the Appleton Oak, and today we are checking out the premiere Daryl Dixon episode 1. This one is called Le Mans Perdu, which is French for the lost soul. Now, I know you guys haven't seen me previously on Bad Medicine's Walking Dead reactions. Make no mistake, I have been a huge fan since the beginning. Diamond Dave and Mason Quinn kind of took the lead on The Walking Dead when this new one came out. I said, Daryl's one of my favorite characters. You guys got to let me in on this one. So here I am. Mason Quinn is out for just the first episode. He's going to be back for episode 2 and all the way through the remainder of the season. But I'm excited. Like I said, been a fan of the show since day one and excited to join in these guys on these reactions.
AMC, Scott Gimple.
Here we go. Boy, here we go.
Please make this good. Just please. That's all I ask. Let's go! Starting off with Judas' last words to him. This is the last episode of the main show.
Oh, this is interesting.
For those who are wondering, we did not watch the first 10 minutes, so this is new.
Yeah, this is all completely fresh. Oh, that boat's upside down, too. Is he tied down to the boat?
Oh, yeah, you didn't see the trailer.
I didn't even watch the trailer. I didn't want to have
keep my
any.
mouth shut.
Don't let the boat float away.
That was a blue bucket, wasn't it? Yeah, a little play bucket.
Yeah, little toy.
He needs the water.
I mean, if it's a bucket that's been on the beach, you can assume maybe it was rainwater that was in there, and so.
I mean, that is a pretty good looking scenery we have. This is kind of interesting, having seen him just on his only show without the rest of the cast members.
Right? Like knowing they're not going to be part of it. Oh, tell me he's at least got his knife on him.
I wonder how old that is.
Probably old. It tastes a lot like plastic, but.
19 months at sea, circled Spain. Oh, we're safe. We'll try Marseille next. Maybe the south of France is good. Sue had a heart attack. I had to take care of her.
At least he has a podcast to keep himself entertained.
Holly keeps crying. She wants things the way they were. She wants to go home.
Okay.
My name's Daryl Dixon. I come from a place called the Commonwealth. It's in America. I went out looking for something, and all I found was trouble. If I don't make it back, I want them to know I tried. Hell, I'm still trying.
He's banged up pretty good, huh? That'll work.
Okay.
This is good. Looks like he's got a knife on his left ankle also. So
Look at that. Just a difference from Atlanta to France.
To France, yeah.
I do like that little Easter egg there. This reminds me of Bond, No Time to Die.
Just beautiful architecture.
Oh, I wish I knew it. Someone let us know what that said.
Should almost have like Google Translate out just to type stuff in right away so we know what it says.
Oh, here this is about to pick up.
We got our first one.
Good, it's not a ninja walker like half these episodes. Oh, okay. Oh, there's more in the back. Oh. This strategy. Oh, there it is.
What was that? Oh, why is,
there it is.
What is that? Is there something that's like burning him? I didn't watch any.
I'll explain in a minute for you, Dave. Just want you to enjoy.
What? Oh, there's new fear unlocked. Holy Jesus.
There we go. See, that came into play.
It's so cool how they, boom, they just quiet like that.
Yep.
The dramatic effect you get from that.
Look at that.
Oh, he is like all burnt. What is it like? There's something toxic. Like,
So I read an article with Greg and Nicotero explaining this. They're called burners. So anything about them touch you, it's like acid touching your skin almost. But it'll be interesting to see if there's any long-lasting effects.
oh, what the
So it's part of the
hell?
variants. Oh, new intro. That's all right. Let's see what this is all about. Definitely a different spin on the music. Shout out to Jarrell.
We're gonna get him getting a
You know he's
motorcycle.
gonna ride a bike. Shout out to Jarrell because I know he's all hyped up for the intro. Hype.
Is that healing up now, or
I don't
what?
know, man. That's what I'm curious to see what happens with the. Is it chronic? Is it an acute effect? Like what?
Somebody watching him?
Yep.
Oh, nasty.
So it might be just straight up burn.
We really need to get a good translator.
I hope you guys help us out in the
Oh,
comments.
he's got one.
God loves you.
Daryl's translating for us. Awesome.
Just gonna watch him, huh? The old Walker alert there with the cans.
Nope. He's gonna stumble on something, isn't he?
Yeah, right
Yep.
back.
Bonjour,
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
ça va?
I don't understand you.
You know I speak English very good. Was cracking noob.
What's cracking, noob?
Grandfather, he hurt the ankle.
Hello?
You get medical? We trade you for an apple. Food there. Where are you going to?
Where I came from.
I'm Maribel, he Guillaume. So maybe we go together, you know? We can help you find a way.
Dude, I have no idea how he's getting back.
Your country, my country. Like friends. You are no friends.
We no countries no more neither.
Oh, this isn't good. Only the heels arrive in cars, Dave.
Are they our French version of the Saviors coming to collect?
Assis-toi.
Sit down, he said.
He's got an old musket pistol.
Eh, bouge de là, grand-père. Avance. Si, je t'ai déjà vu, toi. Vas-y, monte avec moi.
Daryl gonna make a move. Now he's gonna make a move. This is a mess.
Save the powder.
Daryl is burned.
Get my medical bag.
He's shot up. Man, they just put Daryl through the ringer in the first, 10 minutes? Oh, he's not.
Nice act, Grandpa.
They're raiding him.
Oh, and they're taking all his stuff.
Wow, hey, touche, writers, touche. You got me good.
Oh, did she throw an apple back in there for him? Oh, well, thanks for the courtesy.
Yeah. Now it begs the question: were those dudes actually good people? We thought they were bad.
Yeah, they could have been saying sit down to those two because they knew they were raiders or trouble, and then
Wow, what a!
who's who, right?
I'm impressed.
You deserve a happy ending too.
I'll find them. I'll bring them home.
That's cool. They're showing us right where the episode left off on the main show.
Of all the places Daryl Dixon would end up.
Oh, good lord!
Voilà. Allez-y.
I wonder if those acid burns don't heal. That could be. Those acid burns might not heal, and you got to cauterize them closed.
Could be. Holy shit! Now add that to the list. Dude, Daryl's getting his ass handed to him right away.
You feeling better? My name is Isabelle. No need to be afraid. You're a guest.
How many times have we seen guests?
It's for your own safety. You had a wound from a brûlant. Cauterization is the best way to prevent the spread. A brûlant, a burner. Here we call them les affamés. The hungry ones. Werner is just one kind.
So we got our answers there. They even get touched if you don't cauterize it soon enough.
Yeah, it can get infected.
We're a small community of nuns. Very small now, 12 years. Farming, gardening, scavenging. You're from America? A place called Commonwealth, right? Found your tape recorder. How did you come to be in France?
Bunch of bad decisions.
The cauterization is halting. I'll be back with the dressings. Monsieur Dixon.
You call me Daryl.
God, when was the last time you had a bath?
Dude, that was some great educational drops there for the audience.
Just worked in very seamlessly. It didn't feel like it was forced or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
A
like
little
fun.
game.
Oh. Like looking for stuff on the wall.
I know, I'm
trying.
trying.
That they're like.
I do fear that this community is going down, though. Pass out? And under
Yeah, fell asleep, went underwater.
I see your head. It's honey garlic. Fight infection.
So you've kept all your options open.
Over the years, our abbey has become part of a group called l'Union de l'Espoir. Means Union of Hope. Believe humanity is enduring a test.
Yeah, I never put much stock in that.
God? Well, he put stuck in you. With scars on your back.
Daddy was a smoker.
You have siblings?
Me? Used to. Brother.
I had a sister.
He's being very open too. You know.
Looks like you have some too.
Parish priest used to say that our scars show that we have suffered, but more importantly, that we have healed from our suffering. I'll wait outside.
Do you think at any point we're gonna see Daryl get a haircut?
No, I hope we never do. I hope we never do.
No men allowed.
What about the little boy I saw?
Laurent grew up here with us. He was orphaned. Medieval churches often had weapons rooms. You needed them back then.
Look at
Trained
that.
ourselves to use them.
Is there gonna be a crossbow?
Jean was a collector. His grandfather fought in the Maquis.
Got one missing.
That's the one I used. That's Bergeron's office.
You know how to use that radio?
It's been a while since I managed to reach anyone on it.
You mind if I give it a try?
Once you get better.
Oh, once you get better. Like, you can't do it now? I was going to say, that was pretty open of her to say, yeah, go ahead.
The last one
yeah,
was
we're going to lock
Spaniard.
it. Spaniard? Strength and honor, Dave.
I wasn't sure which Spaniard you were going with.
How'd you end up here?
A bunch of good decisions.
A bunch of good decisions.
The abbey was already being modernized by the time I came. It's been enough to keep us going. Take a seat. I'll be right back.
Wow. I mean, after everything he's been through, some bread, an egg, an apple.
I'm surprised he hasn't crushed that bread.
Probably trying to...
So there's the kid.
Cet homme n'a pas sa place ici. Je pense que c'est donc cet homme-là.
J'ai vu se battre contre les guerriers. J'ai vu sa force.
So he...
Protection.
Yeah.
C'est quelqu'un qui vit sans Dieu.
Comme moi autrefois.
I don't think he has any plans on staying anyhow. No. This isn't
permanent.
This isn't his speed.
Now you try. My record is 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Not really good at shit like that.
Hey, I'm quite good at shit like that. Math, problems, science, music, geography. Also, I know all the countries and capitals from back before time. Pardon my manners, monsieur. I'm Laurent. Pleased to make your acquaintance. How many people do you think live within the boundaries of what was once France? 67 million people before the fall. I speculate current French populace of fewer than 200,000. Do you know how long it would take to repopulate that many people? 6 generations.
Look at this kid go.
Yeah, he's educated.
Hurts my stomach, just thinking about it.
Yeah, the math sucks.
Just typical Daryl.
But you're homesick.
What are you, a shrink?
I feel your sadness, but you deserve a happy ending too.
Oh.
Whoa.
What?
Well, that's trippy.
Okay. Pierre Jean. That's his office. Pierre Jean. That's his gun collection.
Oh, you're thinking it's the kid?
No, I'm just automatically sketchy of the people who run these places, you know? I mean.
That's fair.
Uh-oh.
It was another Jeep.
What do they got going on for fuel conversion there?
All right, this is the big bad in the trailer, Dave.
On cherche 2 hommes. Apparemment, il serait passé par cette route là.
Just takes the stick.
Oh! Oh, you gonna just smack an old guy like that?
Dis-moi ce que tu sais, t'auras une récompense. Et tout message sera sanctionné.
Il y a un mec qui est venu pour nous dépouiller et il y a 2 types comme vous qui sont venus nous aider, c'est tout. Après, on est parti, on s'est enfui.
Ça s'est passé où?
Et quoi la récompense?
Oh.
Dunzo.
Arrivons là-bas. Maintenant.
Unreal. What?
Sur la montagne des Montes,
What the hell are you doing?
this is Père Jean. We are waiting for him to rise again.
Ça suffit.
They're keeping dude alive, waiting for him to rise again.
Dead priest in a closet and a creepy kid? No thanks.
We've been waiting for you. You're the messenger
The messenger?
to deliver Laurent. He drew this
Yeah, you should stick to math.
3 weeks ago, before you came.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Our leader is a Buddhist monk. He came through on a pilgrimage some years ago. He recognized something in Laurent, an answer to a prophecy. L'Union has a base up north, a community that will raise and nurture him to be who he was born to be. Père Jean was supposed to escort him, but Laurent is special.
There it is. I told you he was gonna find a cross. Oh, he put it back down.
Like a miracle he's even alive.
Can I borrow this?
How can I borrow it?
He sees into people.
I'm gonna borrow this too.
He needs
all right?
teaching, guidance we cannot provide. He'll be safer there, nurtured, until he's ready.
Ready for what?
To be the new Messiah, to lead the revival of humanity.
Wow.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
This is why I was on the road that day. This is why you were saved.
You fire this thing up?
The tube broke a month ago.
You've been fucking with me.
Yes. F-bomb.
There's a port up north that may still be active.
Look at that.
We've heard rumors of ships that come and go.
What is this route that's marked out right here?
It's Père Jean's plan to get the boy up north. These are stops, places where we have friends who can help to connect us. Radio frequencies. It's a treacherous path north. Harder if you don't speak French.
On était à l'école ensemble. Et mon frère?
Oh. Oh. The brother. Oh, they only finished off one of them, remember? Oh, he's still got it in him.
Oh, wow. That was unique.
Qui a fait ça?
Un Américain.
Et y a ça.
Oh, no.
Amène-moi voir les bonnes sœurs.
You know one of the sisters is gonna talk, too.
Notre miséricorde. La voilà ta récompense, toi.
Dude, if you only knew the truth.
He's grown up with no friends, no father figure. He needs other children, teachers. He's got a greater destiny than just surviving.
I've already made plans. I ain't looking to make any more.
If we're wrong, at least you will have helped a boy get to a better place.
Does this feel at all to you like The Last of Us, where he's got a mission to take the kid? I mean, obviously different purposes, but like you get the guy who has to take the kid on the trip across country.
I'll talk about it in the review.
Mais il est parti. Alors ce n'était pas lui.
Oh, here comes the Jeep.
He was about to go, and now he's going to see this mess. So now he's going to go back and get the kid. Ah, see, he was about to leave. Now he knows he has to go back.
Yeah.
Je cherche un fugitif, un Américain.
Nous sommes en vêpres, monsieur Caudron.
On va rentrer, ma mère. D'une manière ou d'une autre, on va rentrer.
Ouvrez la porte. Cachez l'enfant et tenez-vous prête.
It's very interesting that they all have the muskets, you know? I think that's a cool touch to this, you know, and then all of a sudden...
Tu restes là. Tu ne sors pas. D'accord? Tu fermes derrière moi.
You know, I was kind of jeez.
Oh.
You know, I was kind of half kidding that this place wasn't going to survive, but maybe I'm...
Oh, shit. Oh, the crossbow. They're armed. And there's a lot of them.
On n'a pas d'homme ici.
Juste à côté que deux de mes hommes aient été tués. Il y en a un qui était mon frère. Richard Philippe, à gauche. Les autres, avec moi.
Oh, this is intense right off the bat.
See, when I made that remark earlier, it's wherever our group goes, there's trouble that follows. So that's why I was thinking that this place probably is not going to last now. Dude. Could have been a little quiet about that kid.
On y va. Pourquoi vous le gardez ici, celui-là?
Nous avons certaines croyances. La rédemption des âmes, même celle des affamés.
He's gonna 86 that guy.
Après que nos hommes ont été tués, t'es passé par là. D'accord? Achève-le.
Je t'ai retiré le catéchisme. Personne t'a confessé.
Pardonnez-moi, mon père. C'est quoi le petit ici, là? Ils sont où, ses parents? On le prend avec nous.
Non.
Prends-lui un guerrier pour jeûner.
Oh, Daryl! Oh, this place is done. Oh no.
That's it.
Well, everyone besides the big bad there, not him, the other one, the leader, is going to get probably 86th. Bunch of red
You
shirts.
think they're gonna give us the main bad guy in episode 1?
Oh, well, I'm sure
Oh, got his own guy.
Oh, we're going to get them right away. Oh, Daryl, come on.
Oh,
Jeez. Oh, Daryl tagged him.
oh, she's hit too.
Yep.
Oh my God. Dude shows up and everybody's just done. They've been there for 12 years, they said.
Oh, completely gone.
Well, a lot of those things were about technically 50 caliber or so.
You don't believe. You never saw a reason to. Reasons are everywhere. C'est le remède d'un monde malade.
Cure for the sick world. Interesting.
Peut-être est-ce bien celui qu'on attendait.
Nos sorts ont rejoint la terre.
So they took care of him. Okay. What can't this kid do?
Pretty talented.
Is this a shout out to Beth?
I figured there had to be something out there worth finding. And I ran into some bad people. They put me on a boat. That didn't go well. And I washed ashore here. You can take me to that place with the port.
Yes.
I'll take you where you need to go.
Wow.
The main bad guy comes back with another group of people. They search this place and they find that map showing where the route where
That's what's gonna happen.
where they need to go. Yeah, he sees the fire. He's already back. He's gonna find out where they went. Or actually, we don't know how big his crew was. Maybe that was his crew. You know, not everybody's got a Negan army. You know. Here's
What
the
is
port.
this?
This is the port.
We will go for Cadiz when the prisoners escaped.
C'est votre navire, capitaine.
The captain is only good as his crew.
Docteur,
Oh, we got a doctor. You know he's a gunner already, Dave.
La plupart de nos expériences sont détruites. Certains sujets sont peut-être encore utilisables, mais celui qui a fait ça, c'est un vrai désastre pour nous.
3 years to get this ship seaworthy. One American.
We didn't manage to stop the mutiny.
Did you? Congratulations. And the man?
Overboard, presumed dead.
Bah où? Bah you? Who was he?
Dixon.
Dixon. S'il n'est pas mort, trouvez-le-moi.
Yep.
There it goes.
Oh. I'm surprised. Wow. You know, I will say, strong start.
Long start.
Not
to this
bad at
one.
all.
Wow.
Wow. I'm impressed. Why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, I mean, this was a really strong start to this series. Much like Diamond Dave and Mason Quinn starting Fear the Walking Dead and powering through, I also started it, and I had to bail on Fear the Walking Dead. I was so excited when it came out, a spinoff of one of my favorite shows of all time.
Which, by the way, I don't know how, not to cut you off, but it's surprisingly HBO Max got the rights to Fear the Walking Dead, so all the seasons right now are on HBO Max. So
Yeah,
check it out, how bad it is.
I don't even know if I can go back and watch them. But so, you know, and of course, look, we can talk all day about, you know, the direction The Walking Dead went, the good, the bad, everything in between. Overall, I enjoyed it. I was happy, satisfied with the ending, whatever you want to say. But of course, when you come out with new series, there's going to be questions as to how good they're going to be. Of course, there was high expectations just because of Norman Reedus, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what's different about this compared to the other ones. Look, of course, you have big stars and big names in all of them, but you know, Daryl he's the Walking Dead, right? I mean, he is, and so
Henrik.
Well, Rick, right? Well, you know, he's been missing, but you know, Daryl, like they had shirts in the mall. If Daryl dies, we riot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so, but in any regard, my point is that there was very high expectations for this, and it absolutely delivered. They started off with a little bit of mystery. Of course, you know, the entire, you know, Walking Dead series was based around the United States in those areas, so. To cross the ocean was a little bit curious for me how he got there. The fact that this many years after things went bad, there's still ships that are can take somebody across the ocean. I found that you know, that storyline to be pretty interesting. But right from the get-go, you know, we saw he is kind of scavenging to survive. He came across some people. You don't know who's good. You don't know who's bad. You know, at first we thought the younger woman and the older guy were the good people and the soldiers were the bad people. Then we found out they were all kind of the bad people, and just, you know, maybe not bad, but doing what's in their own best interest. You know, and in this world, it's hard to label people sometimes as good, bad, and otherwise. You know, sometimes, look, they didn't really know Daryl, so hard to blame them. But of course, the storyline with the convent, for all intents and purposes, was interesting. The fact that they treated Daryl as well as they did, I thought was interesting. Without any sort of, I was just waiting for, like, okay, are they gonna try to have him for lunch? Or are they gonna put him to manual labor? What's the hook here? And you know,
they were too nice right away.
Yeah,
but I get it. It makes sense.
Makes me question things. But of course, they did have their purpose. They thought he was somebody special who needs to take their young man on a journey. Of course, I don't know, sure if it's going to make the cut, but I had said to Diamond Dave that it felt a little bit like The Last of Us, where you have this main character who's kind of the key to things getting better again, if you will, and then you have like this main character who needs to take them on a journey. So I thought that was interesting. But all in all, a really solid episode. Daryl was Daryl. He felt like a little bit of a softer version of Daryl to me. We don't know what he's all been through from the end of The Walking Dead to now, but he felt like a little bit softer around the edges. But still the same old Daryl that gets things done when he needs to get things done. And of course, they left us with kind of that teaser that he is going to take them on the journey, but there's absolutely people out there looking for him, so his journey's not going to be easy. And then we got the teaser for the rest of the season that had some really intense scenes and moments, I think, letting us know that there's a lot of really good action up in front of us for the remainder of Daryl Dixon. So as far as my optimism levels for this show, they're very, very high right now.
Yeah, you know, I will say bravo. I was a strong start for Daryl here. I did like, you know, it wasn't like super complex, but it wasn't like they just kept it easy enough to where, you know, they were delivering the information so that way, you know, like you were saying, because I didn't want to spoil you on the burner, but they just softly gave you the information of X, Y, and Z of what the burner is going to do, which I do think is a great addition of the variants here added into the show. Mason Quinn and I didn't know if Mason Quinn was here, we would still be kind of questioning, like, all right, it was great that we got this variant. Let's hope we see consistency. Now, remind me, did you see the end credits for World Beyond?
I did not.
Okay,
no.
So we'll have to eventually show you, but I'll kind of tell you here. But again, it's better if you see it because the visual of what happened. So in France, they have there's a little bit of a discovery, right? And if you recall back in Jenner, episode 6, season 1, where Jenner kind of slightly mentioned about France was working on something.
Oh, whoa.
In World Beyond, they show that.
Whoa,
well, not show that part, but they show something of here in France.
Okay.
We see an aggressive walker, which introduced us to the variants.
Right.
So, again, folks, I'm just giving him the quick gist. We'll make him watch it. But in Dead City, Quinn and I were kind of questioning where are the variants. Even though our good buddy David Chen, who was on Dead City, did say he was a smart walker. So shout out to David Chen. But it's good to see, again, hopefully we get a consistency now. It doesn't have to be every single episode. I just don't want to be in episode 1 and episode 6 of the variants. But those burners do bring some uniqueness to the show now.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, look, all through the whole Walking Dead universe, whatever we want to call it, having a walker, biter, sicko, whatever, within distance to reach out and touch you is a very bad thing to let them get that close. We've seen countless situations where they have been that close. And
don't forget the ninja walkers, Dave, where they just all of a sudden pop out of nowhere, even though they're loud as hell.
But now you have this risk of if they even touch you, you're going to get severe burns and burns that'll put you at risk for infection bad enough to where they felt the need is to actually cauterize the burns. Now, in acid, it looked, again, when you saw like the smoking and the way it burned the skin, it very much looked like an acid burn. A heat burn would be something completely different than an acid burn, and the fact that like when they fell you saw like the smoke, it was very clearly an acid burn. But now you have this situation where now if they even touch you, and if it's acid, it's going to burn right.
Not even touch you. Like if you get a juice.
Yeah, if it burns through your clothes. I mean, look, acid like that's going to burn your skin like that is going to burn right through your clothes. So it's just like, you took a situation that's already dangerous enough and you made it that much more dangerous. Like now, we don't know where these infections can lead if they're not treated well enough. If you're not able to cauterize them right away, I mean, this is kind of a whole new level of danger that we're seeing. And I think it's very interesting writing. It keeps people on your toes. I mean, look, this has been around since 2010. It feels weird to say that, right?
2010,
because it feels like we've burned through so many seasons, but we forget. October of 2010 is when we, gosh, we're moving on 13 years of Walking Dead, and I don't want to say that we've, kind of seen everything there is to see, but I do like the fact that they continue to, lay new surprises in front of us as far as the walkers go. Of course, you can create new storylines, new bad guys, new this, new that, but the fact that the dangers as far as the walkers keep evolving and changing and bringing our characters new surprises is definitely interesting.
Yeah, and I want to say shout out to the beginning there where they did the France version of the Atlanta shot with Rick when he first rolls in season 1, episode 1. That was cool.
Was that what that was supposed
to be? To me, I'm pretty sure that was like an homage, call out, Easter egg kind of thing. I was kind of joking, but I kind of wasn't early on where I said, will this place stay up? Once Daryl gets there, of course, and we saw what happens. Our crew, even if it's just one member, as we saw here with Daryl, wherever they go, the place does not last. I'm glad to see that continue on. So that's cool to see. To you bringing up, before I get to that, I will also say I did dig the fight between the big main antagonist and Daryl, because they kept it to the point where neither one got the
super upper hand.
Yeah, it was pretty neutral for the most part. So I did enjoy that because it was a little tease, which probably last episode we're probably getting that big fight one more time.
Of course.
So now it bring it back to the potential of comparisons of The Last of Us. It's going to be there just because the simple fact of the nature of this now is the journey of a kid and Daryl. Last of Us, we had Ellie, we had Joel, right? So now, and this is what really makes it, like I was just thinking too, just before that nun mentioned it, where the nun was like, he's the cure, he's whatever, right? And I'm like, now you guys really set yourselves up to be compared to The Last of Us, even though he may not technically be like an Ellie, like for real cure,
right?
But still, I mean, the comparison now will be drawn out for sure these 6 episodes. In that, I just don't want to be in. Well, at least narratively, I'm glad they're saying that they're showing how smart he is and all this other stuff to have him be like a new leader, Messiah. I believe that's what they said for this world. Because if it was truly a cure, then it's literally The Last of Us 2.0, and that's not what I want.
Well, I think the just the demeanor of Daryl and Joel can be kind of compared a little bit, like rough around the edges, and kind of they got walls up as far as sharing things emotionally. They've both had their own trauma, but I think the Ellie and
I can't pronounce the kid's name.
Was it Laurent?
Laurent? Laurent?
I've seen Laurent, but I'm thinking
I'm
thinking too like Twilight and Laurent.
I'm butchering it.
There's a Laurent and Twilight. Their characters are very different. Of course, Ellie was also very rough around the edges, very comical, very adult in the language that she used, where this young man
very proper.
Has been raised to be
smart,
very, very proper. But as they said, he hasn't had any other kids around. He hasn't had any sort of male influence. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of, Daryl Dixon habits he picks up on, because, he's still traveling with 2 nuns, so you got to keep things proper. But, we saw right away Daryl was kind of, a few curse words and stuff like that, which you have to imagine probably aren't getting floated around a whole lot at the equivalent of a convent. So it'll be an interesting journey, but again, I do see some parallels. I don't want to completely compare it, of course.
Right.
The young man, look, he's not a cure for what's happening. He's he's somebody that's seen as a religious figurehead. So obviously, it's a very different storyline, and I know this is like very, very high level, but it's somebody who's emotionally shut off and kind of rough around the edges, taking a child to someplace important that they need to get to, across what we can only guess is very treacherous land. And of course, at the kind of the preview for the rest of the season, we see that they go through a lot. So
yeah, only 5 more episodes left, so I like the pacing so far. I'm hoping they keep the pacing up. I'm just waiting for that one moment where I always pick on, where you got the beginning where it's fire, and then we got to have in the middle such a sad story of a character that we don't care for their backstory. And then the ending is a banger, right? So I'm just waiting for those couple episodes to come. But either way, strong start. Bravo to you, because I was not sure.
I have this optimism that we're not going to get it. I feel like 6 episodes is, 6 episodes for me is a real sweet spot, because it's like we can stretch it out longer than a movie. But it's not like, when you deliver a season on TV and it's like, well, it's a season on TV. How many episodes? Well, it should be 12. It should be 14. We should split it 8 and 8. We need this many episodes. So sometimes I feel with like a 6 or 8 episode season, I feel like that's the sweet spot where you have enough time to tell a story, but you also don't feel like you're rushed like in a movie, but you don't have to put in filler content. Like, look, there was so many episodes of the original Walking Dead. I used to get together with my buddy Brian and his wife and my girlfriend at the time, and we would get together and watch these, and it was so hit or miss. It felt like in the early seasons of Walking Dead, like they would have one where it was crazy, and then one where it was kind of like storytelling and filler, and then you get 2 crazy ones and a storytelling and filler. And I just feel like with 6 episodes, there's, like I said, you're not rushed, but there's not enough time for filler episodes.
Well, you'd be surprised, Dave. There was dude, episode 5 of Dead City was not a good one, and that's what I'm hoping for here.
You're talking to the guy who did Rings of Power with Mason Quinn. It's gonna pick up the next episode. It's gonna pick up the next episode. It's gotta pick up the next episode.
Well, folks, of course, as always, let us know what you thought. We thought it was a solid one.
Absolutely.
Really looking forward to the next one. Hopefully AMC's done dicking around and they'll give it to us on Thursdays and not Sundays at 2 a.m. That's my hope.
And we'll have Mason Quinn back
and
for
Mason
it.
Quinn's
and
be
everybody
back, folks.
who's a Bad Medicine fan and also a fan of the Walking Dead series, hopefully you'll welcome me with open arms. I told these guys, I said, guys,
he said, let me in.
you guys gotta let me in. So here I am. Oak is on board for some Walking Dead.
All right, folks, that's it from us. We'll see you on the next one.